And with all due respect, Chris, I'm going to push back on you in the relationship thing, just
Please.
for the sake of our audience. Okay. Cause I think that's one of the biggest misnomers. And I'm not saying sales is not relationship based. Okay. But put it this way. Let's say we were therapists, right? And we're helping people solve problems, because that's what salespeople do. They help people improve lives and solve problems. And you were a therapist and you just let that person come to your office, $600 an hour for this therapy session, and you just let them talk. And we're like, okay, Chris, see you later. Bye. See you next week. Same time. Right? This is where people get screwed up with the relationship stuff. They think sales is all about relationships, right? It's all about building that rapport. It is not. Okay. That's nice if that happens organically, but you are like, we teach certified master sales consultants, keyword being consultant. Your job in that relationship is to listen, to be able to say things like, hey, Chris, because of the fact that you said blank, I'd like to recommend blank, right? To listen, to diagnose, to synthesize, and then to make recommendations. Most sales reps out there, and this is why I hate it. We take the word sales, because it's like a 4-letter word, out of their title, and we call them relationship managers. And then we're like, man, I got to fire Dustin. What's going on with Dustin? Dude, he hasn't sold anything in 6 months. All he does is talk to this one account ad nauseum. And it's like, well, hell, what's his title? He's senior relationship manager. He's doing what the hell you told him to do, right? He's having a relationship. This is where we have, yes, we got to have a relationship, but more so, your job is to consult, meaning ask the right questions in the right way at the right time, listen. And this is where I hate all the other sales coaches out there. They're all trying to teach these tricks and gimmicks. They're not even listening to the answers. Listen to the answers, diagnose, and prescribe, right? And some of the time that prescription may be, hey, based on everything that you're telling me, we're not able to help you at this time. Like I coach my people to say things with honesty. This is not a manipulative statement. Dustin, listen, before we get started here, okay, this 20-minute meeting, this is not a sales pitch. This is not a demo. This is for me to, number one, I want to deliver some insights to you that are going to be useful for you, whether you do business with me or not. Number two, okay, I'm going to ask you some questions because there's some monster problems that we solve here at Acme, right? Or there's some monster results that we help our clients achieve. Okay. But third and most important, okay, if you can be honest with me during our 20 minutes here, what I will promise you is this: if this is not a fit, if I'm not able to help you solve these problems or achieve these results, I will be the first one to raise my hand and say, hey, I can't help you, and you will never have to throw me out of your office. Fair enough, right? Like this is where I want our relationships to be, is it's like, your time is valuable. Their time is valuable. They're going to get something out of it, whether they do business with you or not. And you're going to be honest with them and tell them if it's not a fit, which allows them, and this is the key, allows them to be honest with you, right? This is where all their sales training is so damn screwed up. And it makes me so angry is sales reps come in and pitch. And I'm so sure and certain that I can help you, Chris. And Chris is sitting back there going, well, he's got a nice suit. He seems to know what the hell he's talking about, but I don't know if he genuinely cares or doesn't care. And now they have to filter through it. And that's not a relationship, right? Although there might be some donuts or concert tickets exchanged or a lunch and learn, that's not a relationship, right? My definition of a professional relationship is, Dustin, here's the agreement that we have from the jump. Okay. Dustin's going to be honest with me. In reward for his honesty, he's going to get insights from me that McKinsey would probably charge him 6 figures for, which, by the way, I've worked with companies, no disrespect. I don't need them getting a sniper after me. They charge Forrester, McKinsey, they charge a hell of a lot of money. And most of your clients pay that money, right? You're going to get the type of McKinsey, a Forrester level insight from me without having to pay me anything. No retainer, no Harvard educated consultant in the room, right? And to that trade-off, okay, I'm going to reward your honesty. I'm going to also be honest with you, right? And I'm going to be able to tell you where I can help you, where I can't help you, and we're going to have that level of exchange. And now here's where the relationship needs to be jettisoned. And also, and I can teach them how to close right now if you'd like, but also they need to move that to a close. They need to be NSO, next step obsessed. So every time I talk to Chris, I'm either closing Chris without pressure, or I'm setting a crystal clear next step of what's going to happen next. Okay. If you can follow that formula, Chris is going to be honest with me. In reward, I'm going to deliver insights to Chris that are valuable, whether he does a business or not. I'm going to be honest with Chris, meaning I'm going to be able to tell him if this is a fit or not. And the expectation is I'm also going to move this deal forward, right? This stops us from having these log jams in our pipeline, and it stops the Dustin relationship manager of the world from only having 3 accounts, right? Most people listening to this probably only have 30 opportunities in their pipeline or less. My system, if they learned mine or created their own like mine, I have 2,042, me personally, not my sales reps, 2,042 opportunities that I'm working right now. And I have a system that allows me to work over 2,000 opportunities because I set a crystal clear next step, right? And when I leave voicemails, it's not, hey, Dustin, Matt Easton with Easton University. Man, hope you had a great long weekend. Hope the weather's, Dustin. Hey, Dustin, Matt Easton, founder of Easton University, as promised. As promised, it's 8:40 a.m. on Tuesday, calling to see if it makes sense to get the team on the sales coaching. I'm on my mobile 720-660-3202, right? And some of you may be like, oh, that doesn't sound very relationshipy. That's the best message most people can get, right? Because they can read it on their visual voicemail. They don't have to listen to the fluff. How's it going? How you doing? I'm just following up. I'm just checking in. I will deliver value to my clients every time I talk to them, but I will also not deliver bullshit to them. I'm not going to call them with fluff, right? And this allows me to work thousands of opportunities because I know once I leave that message for you, Dustin, depending where you're at in my process, my sustainable pipeline, I'm not going to call you back for another month or 2 weeks or wherever we're at, right? But I know specifically what the hell's going on with every one of my deals at every time. And if you called any customer I'm working with, they're going to be like, damn it, I learned something every time I talk to that guy. The same way Chris learns something every time he watches one of my videos, right? But at the same time, I'm taking control of the situation and being next step obsessed. Sales reps, managers, business owners, entrepreneurs, what I'm about to tell you, this is gonna hurt, but trust me, it will be well worth it. I want you to think back to that excitement you had when you first got started. Maybe it was your first day. You thought about all of the lives that you were gonna change with your amazing product, your business, your service, your solutions. And hey, let's be honest here, you were gonna make a lot of money in the process of helping people, helping businesses change their lives. But it didn't work out exactly that way, did it? If you're anything like me, if you're anything like most people in sales, you found it was just a little bit more difficult to close those deals than you thought, or maybe you're struggling right now. Now, I warned you, this is the part that's gonna hurt, but in order for this to work, you and I need to be honest with each other. I want you to think about all the reasons that you're not hitting your targets, all the reasons you're not making the sales that you had anticipated making. Is it the economy, your competition, your territory, your pricing? Maybe it's your manager, your product, your service, your solution. Here's the part that's gonna hurt. There's a 94% chance it is none of those. And it's time you face reality. The reason why you have to work so hard just to close a single deal has nothing to do with the economy, nothing to do with your competition, your territory, your manager, your product, your price, your service. The reason why it's so hard for you is you simply haven't learned a better sales process. But wait, you've had sales training from your company. Yeah, I did too. You've read some sales books. I read just about every single one of them. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I was always born a salesperson. Nobody is born knowing how to sell more than they're born knowing how to speak Cantonese or fly an F-22 fighter jet. And by the way, the right sales process is a lot easier to learn than a language or flying an airplane, but you still have to learn it. My name is Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University, and if you'll let me coach you, I can show you how to sell more than you've ever imagined without being pushy, without being manipulative, without following some super complex system where you spend more time trying to figure out what stage your deal is in than actually closing deals. If you will let me coach you, you will never, ever, ever, ever find yourself blaming the economy, your products, your price, your manager, your territory, your competition again, because you're gonna be in total control of the sales process and the outcomes. I've devoted my life to unlocking the perfect sales process, and I wanna coach you the same way I've helped thousands of other people in the exact same position that you are right now sell a reported $3.47 billion, yeah, that's billion with a B, over the last 12 months. I've been where you're at right now. I know how to help you. I can show you in just a matter of minutes what will take you years of trial and error to learn on your own. Now, if you've made it this far, but you're saying to yourself, it can't be that simple. Just trying a new sales process alone will not get me to where I want to go. I know exactly what you're feeling. I said those exact same things, and I was wrong. Having the right sales process changed absolutely everything for me. So I want you to do me and yourself this favor and spend just a minute or two over at eastonuniversity.com checking out what we've built. Now, if you spend a couple minutes and you decide that our coaching can't help you, it can't help you change everything about your career, everything about your life, no harm, no foul. You can continue to do things the way you're doing them right now. But just imagine, what if you head over to eastonuniversity.com right now and it connects with you? What if it is that simple? Suddenly everything starts to make sense and everything changes for you. Your career, your income, your goals, your company. You start heading in the direction you always thought you could. Isn't it worth taking a couple minutes and seeing if that might be the case? Easton University is more than a platform. It's more than live coaching with me. It's your future. And you and your future are worth it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you and I have met each other, and I look forward to seeing you over at eastonuniversity.com right now.